Hi, I'm Adam,
And I'm Em.
and along with our two youngest kids, Scarlett and Zane,
And our two dogs, Albert and Ernie.
we have sold our house, sold our cars, and are moving to Galicia in northern Spain.
So join us as we start our new life, we learn new skills, we join a new community, and we try to live a more sustainable life. Whenever we tell people that we live in a camper van, one of the most common things is, how exciting, that must be so much fun that you get to do all the travelling. And yeah, it is, but one of the least glamorous sides of living in a motorhome is not actually having a washing machine and having to take a weekly journey to go and get the washing done, which normally I would do in the local town and use their decent sized washing machines that takes lots of pound coins to pay for. However, Zane's just come back from a week on scout camp and I have bags and bags of washing to do, and sleeping bags and onesies and blankets. So this time we've decided that we're going to take a trip down to Tamworth Services, where they've got still very big washing machines that you can pay for with card. So that's going to be a little bit more convenient. So I've got my crochet with me, I've got my headphones with me so I can listen to some stories. Adam's gracing me with his presence this week. I don't know what I've done to deserve that honour, but here he is. And we'll see you in a couple of hours when it's all done. Yay!
So do you want to tell the viewers why we've really come to Tamworth Services? Has it got anything to do with the Gregs and the steak bait you're now stuffing down your face?
That was really mean.
Now Emma's fat and full from her steak bake, she's in full waiting for laundry mode. Jack Reacher, I guess, on the headphones, and snitting / crocheting.
Some of our more astute viewers might realise that you're driving a left-hand drive. Do you want to explain why?
It's a German van that we bought to take to Spain with us. The process of converting English cars or British cars in Spain is expensive and drawn out, as all paperwork and bureaucracy in Spain seems to be. So we've bought a German van, which is already left-hand drive obviously, and it should be a lot easier to get it transferred onto Spanish plates. But we'll let you know about that at the time, because we don't know, we haven't gone through the process, but we're going to give it a go. That's what we've read, so that's what we're going to do.
So next question, why a German one and not a Spanish one that you don't have to transfer?
Because second-hand vehicles in Spain are incredibly expensive. Not sure why, they just assume that there's no second-hand market for vehicles, and that's why everything is so expensive, because there's nothing to buy. However, there's lots of second-hand vehicles in Germany, so it's substantially cheaper to buy it in Germany and then import it than it is to buy in Spain.
Next question. How do you enjoy driving a left-hand drive in England?
It takes a bit of getting used to, but when you've the Heimer, the camper van, that's a left-hand drive, because that was imported from Germany as well. Once you get used to it, it's fine. You just need to be a little bit mindful that you need to be driving in the gutter and not in the middle of the road. But apart from that, once you get used to it, turning can be a problem, especially in the camper van, because the view out of the right-hand window, passenger window, is not good. It's obscured. So ideally you need somebody, you need a co-pilot
That's awake.
Yeah, who's not messing around on their phone and is a little bit observant.
Oops.
To help you. But apart from that, it's fine. Yeah, no problems at all. Manual gear change. Getting used to changing with your opposite hand, with your right hand rather than your left. Took a few days to get used to, but again, now absolutely fine with it.
You got used to that a lot quicker than I did.
Yeah, well, Em can't drive the motorhome because of weight restrictions, and her being so young and me being so ancient. I'm the only one who's allowed to drive that. But Em's had a go at driving the van. It was a bit hairy to start with, but she's fine with it now, and it'll be much easier once we're travelling in a couple of weeks into France and into Spain, and our little trip into Andorra. Yeah, it should be good.
So some exciting news this week. We've had one of the final pieces of the Digital Nomad jigsaw turn up.
Which is good news.
Certainly is. So what you have to do in order to get the Digital Nomad Visa, you have to collect a load of information and have it translated into Spanish, and also have it notarized. No, notarized. Is that an apostle?
Yes, that's the apostle.
That's the apostle. So documents like our wedding certificates, which we've had to have new copies of because they require new copies. Birth certificates for the kids, again, they require new copies of them, so we've had to send off for them. Then get them translated into Spanish by an authorised translator.
Yep.
And then send them off to have the apostle stamp put on them to make sure they're legal documents. And they've arrived this week. So the final piece of the jigsaw will be getting a stamp in our passports when we enter Spain, which is easier said than done. We're not going by ferry because firstly we can't get on one because they're all fully booked, and also an issue with the dogs. There are very few cabins available.
Yeah.
For dogs to go in. So we're opted to go via Andorra, which we believe will enable us to get a stamp in our passport as we cross from Andorra into Spain. I've read that Andorra is a tax haven, so the Spanish authorities like to keep an eye on who's coming backwards and forwards from Andorra.
So it's a Digital Nomad Visa that you're applying for as our main applicant, just with me and the kids as your hanger-oners. Initially we were going to apply for the None Lucrative Visa, essentially the retirement visa, but the whole house sale going through over in Spain took so long that in the meantime this Digital Nomad Visa became available, and it kind of seemed that we'd been on the road for so long anyway, and you'd carried on working from home but working on the road as a digital nomad essentially, and it just kind of felt that it would be nice to have that little bit of security of a bit of income coming from you carrying on working part-time. So we thought that for the first 3 years, because that's how long the visa will be, it'd be nice just to have a little bit of security while we're finding our feet and getting ourselves going. So I think that maybe that's one of the benefits of the house sale in Spain taking so long to go in through, is that this is now available to us, and that's what we're now going to go for.
Yeah, and another benefit of it is with the Digital Nomad Visa, if you apply for the visa actually in Spain, the visa's for 3 years, whereas the non-lucrative visa, the NLV, it's initially for 1 year, and then you have to extend it for 2 years, and then you have to extend it for a further 2 years.
Yeah.
So it's cutting a whole lot of operations out, hopefully, that we won't have to keep reapplying.
Yeah, and another benefit for the Digital Nomad Visa is that with the non-lucrative visa, we're going to have to pay for medical insurance and stuff, whereas with the Digital Nomad Visa, you'll just pay into their social security system with you every month, and then we're all covered then by the Spanish medical, what's it called?
Social security.
Yeah, Spanish social security, won't need medical insurance.